And that, Olix, is how I felt when I found out that they added Daisy.
Did you hear that Olimar's helmet breaks?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
No, it's been a while since we had a Better Days podcast, but here we are again. Olix is nice and shirtless for me. I know you can't see it, but
yeah,
it truly is special.
We went swimming.
Yeah, I drowned. E3 just happened, and that was pretty, how would you describe it?
I wouldn't say I was as excited about many things,
Yeah.
but the few things that were big that were announced were like, oh shit.
What all did you watch?
I watched a little bit of Bethesda's, all of Nintendo's, and I heard a few things about Sony's.
What did you like from Bethesda? Because I didn't watch Bethesda, actually.
Well, Fallout 76 is coming out.
Yeah.
And I first saw that, and I was like, oh, Fallout! And then I heard that it was going to be online, and I got scared because I thought it was going to be an MMO, so I got really sad.
Yeah.
But then I found out that it's more like a survival game. So imagine like, I know this sounds autistic, but imagine like Minecraft where you're trying to gather materials, but you like fight other people to survive.
I didn't watch Bethesda, but I really liked. There were like a few things from Sony's, like because I watched Sony's. There were only like a few things that I liked. That goes in hand with Square Enix because Kingdom Hearts 3, they showed a lot for that, and it finally has a release date. I think it's January 29th of this upcoming year. Or 2019, so I'm excited for that because that's been at like the past 3 or 4 E3s.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I was really excited to hear the new Elder Scrolls release.
Yeah, I did not like look much into that.
It looks like it's going to be taking place in High Rock. So yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be cool. I just hope that they don't pull another "This is Skyrim" but updated graphics.
Literally, Skyrim, very, very, very special edition.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like that.
How many fucking special editions have they done of that game?
Oh, they've re-released Skyrim, like... When did Skyrim come out? Skyrim came out when
2011 or
Yes,
12.
we were in 7th grade. They've re-released it so many times. I'm kind of got sick of it, and I kind of lost hope for a while, to be honest. I was like, dude, it's gonna be years until we get a new one. And I'm glad, but all I'm saying is that they better... I have low hopes for this game. In a way.
Really? Because
I expect it to be Skyrim 2.0 Deluxe. I'm purposely having low hopes so I can be a little more excited for it when I get it.
Oh, are you saying like you're setting your expectations low so hopefully it'll exceed them?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. That's not to like shift gears to Nintendo so quickly, but that's kind of what I'm doing with Smash because I know like everybody's excited because all the characters are there in Smash Ultimate, but it's like when I looked at it, all I could think was, okay, this is Smash 4 with like all the old fighters and Ridley. I don't know. I was like, this is cool, but it feels like they didn't change much, and that's not a bad thing. It's just I'm not as hyped as I was when Smash 4 was coming out.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But
we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nintendo. Okay, a lot of the games that came out looked fine. I wasn't super hyped for a lot of them. I'm really hyped for the new Mario Party.
Yeah, me too. I didn't care too much when I saw the reveal video. I was like, oh, great, a new Mario Party. Because, the past few have been kind of bad. But I was like, I watched some gameplay videos of it, and the more I'm looking into it, the more excited I'm getting for it. I'm really excited for Super Mario Party.
Yeah. Although, I'm not going to buy it if they don't include...
Hey, Stinky!
Oh, I missed!
That's like the best part. Hopefully, I wonder if Waluigi will be excluded from this, too. It's on a fucking roll.
Okay, see, that's what bothers the hell out of me. People have been crying their ass off for like years. We want Ridley! And he gets a Ridley, and there's no, yes! It's all, where's Waluigi?
Waluigi, everyone's saying like, I'm pissed, man. He's just not in it. What would his fucking moves be? You know what I'm saying?
He throws tennis rackets at you.
Oh, big fucking. What does he say in Mario Party? You know, like when you press it. Yeah, what's his
it's not
taunt?
that interesting. He goes, "Come on."
That's you see, Waluigi just kind of sucks.
I like Waluigi.
He's cool, but he's only ever in Mario sports games. He's just lame.
He's not official canon.
Is he not?
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, if he's only in the side games, does that count as...
Is there even a canon to Mario?
I don't know, is there?
I mean, there's the canon in Bomb on Battlefield.
Is there a Mario timeline? Do the games go chronologically in order?
Well, if you have an answer for the 3 people that watch us, you can go ahead and put it in the comments.
No,
because
we're going to figure this shit out.
I don't want... It's easier to just put it in the comments, because then we don't have to do research, because we're retarded.
Okay, but think about this.
Okay.
Original Bowser's green.
It's because he was an ox.
He died for good. Oxes aren't green. He died.
Yeah, well, plumbers don't look like that.
If Bowser's skin is yellow, why is his head skin green?
He's a fucking lizard. I don't know what to tell you. Want me to ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why are Mario and Luigi's heads so big compared to Peach's? And Toad's, for that matter. Like, Toad, Mario, and Luigi have big old heads. And Peach's head is like the size of one of Mario's eyes. He could take a bite out of her like a meatball. Like this.
I want a Mario tie-in with SpaghettiOs, and literally the whole commercial is just Mario eating like fucking SpaghettiOs, and it's just like dripping from his mouth. He's eating it like a pig. He's all greasy and shit, and Luigi just like stares at him covered in spaghetti sauce.
Really? I would imagine him going like, meatballs.
SpaghettiOs. It's like the fucking letters drop on.
And do the Marios playing in the background of ever so faint like.
Well, let's reenact this commercial. I'm gonna be Mario, you be Luigi. Okay, ready? Wait, hang on.
Mario! Mario, what are you doing?
Volumes forget.
Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario.
Buy new spaghetti.
Mario, we're all together now.
And that's how we go.
You can get the special Boy OD limited time offer to meet Mario in real life. It comes right here in SpaghettiOs can. You dump it out. You dump it out. You dump it out right now. You dump it out right now. You find a special meatball. The meatball is shaped exactly. The meatball is shaped exactly like Bowser's rings around his neck. And
yeah.
That went on for way too long.
I know. I imagine by the end of it, they just like call a psych ward. Mario's getting taken away in a straitjacket. He's just like, buy my meatballs. He just goes, hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. And he quotes every line from every Super Mario Show episode ever. And he's just sitting there. He's like, Mario, it's been days. You haven't eaten anything. What are you doing? He's like falling over.
Luigi, if you buy the special edition meatballs right now,
Mario, I don't have money.
Spend
it all on drugs. You spend it all on drugs, Mario.
If you could make a game right now, what would you make?
Smash Ultimate with Waluigi.
Okay, here's my legitimate answer. I would make Sly Cooper. Like where you go around and steal shit.
I know what Sly Cooper is.
But with Wario and Waluigi, and you have to steal from like different areas. So you steal from like Peach's castle, you steal from Bowser's castle, you steal from like Mario's little shack that's like African. You steal from like so much. It'll be cool.
Can I have a name suggestion for the game?
Yeah.
Sly Pooper.
It's just Wario shitting himself.
The cover is a hippo, like with its like muck spreading, and you just have Wario's face on the hippo,
right in the hippo's ass.
Yeah.
So there's just shit spraying from Wario,
and then like there's like an audio clip, like a little button on the cover, and if you press it, it's Bob Saget from Dumb and Dumber going, "There is shit everywhere! Oh my god!" And Wario's just going, "Oh, I missed."
Eat my shirts.
I want to see an episode of Simpsons where Homer actually kills Bart. He just chokes. Like, what if he chokes him so hard that he just snaps his neck literally in half, and Bart's head just falls off his body?
Isn't that already a creepypasta?
Dead Bart?
Yeah.
That's not Dead Bart.
What's Dead Bart?
I don't know. It doesn't have to be something
I want to hear your analysis of Dead Bart.
You know, you can't spell analysis without anal, but so Dead Bart is Dead Bart. Bart is flying a plane because, you know, he's a pilot now. He's like 5 years old.
Okay.
And Lisa starts playing Sail on her saxophone. You know, like Sail, but it sounds really bad, like a shitty saxophone version. And Bart hears it because she calls him on the phone while he's, you know, piloting this plane. And it's so bad that Bart has to drown it out with some Primus. Bart remembers that his mom is an atheist, his mom being Ned Flanders, and he fucking, all while doing this, he's not paying attention to where he's going, and he crashes into Twin Towers. And,
shit.
But we're in Africa.
Okay.
Africa has Twin Towers now. So he crashes into them, and he dies, and then it's just the whole family being sad, and they're like, oh no, he's a dead Bart. And that's the end of the creepypasta. Yeah.
Shit.
That's my version.
That's pretty good. So, E3. The new Smash game looks pretty fantastic.
I'm excited for Dark Pit.
Shit, yeah, me too.
And Young Link and Pichu. Fuck.
I think, okay, here's how I see it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna add every single character ever, I don't mind the shitty ones if you add every single one. It's not like they left out any good ones, so there's no complaints.
Ice Climbers are back and better than ever, and don't you fucking say that that's a waste of space, because they're great!
Oh, I know, dude. Ice Climbers was my shit.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, man, the Ice Climbers are shit. And I'm like, you're shit, man, fuck you! The Ice Climbers are the best character in Smash ever, fuck off.
I missed the Ice Climbers. I missed Wolf. I missed Snake. I missed everyone, to be honest. A lot of the new Smash 4 characters I didn't like.
You know who I didn't like? I know you're gonna disagree with me. I really don't like Pac-Man.
I like Pac-Man.
I thought it was cool that he's in the game. Like, oh, that's pretty cool, another third-party character. But I just don't think he plays well. But that's me. That's just me.
I think it's pretty cool.
I feel kind of the same way about a lot of, like, the third-party characters. Like, Mega Man. Like, I thought adding Mega Man was cool, and when I first started playing, so I'm like, this is pretty rad, but, like, the hype kind of died down. I'm like, oh, Mega Man's alright. I really like playing as Sonic, though, and I really like Cloud, aside from the fact that he was fucking broken for a while.
Speaking of Sonic, can we make a Sonic OC right now?
Okay, as long as you start.
I'll come up with the name, you come up with the animal, and then we'll come up with his power. Switch that around. You come up with the name, I'll come up with the animal.
I want to come up with the animal.
No, I want to come up with the animal.
Okay, first, well, you gotta give me the animal so I can give him a name.
Well, no, you have to say his name first, because then we say the, and then I say the animal.
Green Henry Sardini.
The chimp. His power is he fucking chokes you to death with it.
No. He has the power to create lava lamps.
What?
Yeah. What? He has the power to create lava lamps.
How the fuck?
Like, he just holds out his hand and he makes a lava lamp. It just appears. That's his only power. He's shit. His name is Henry the Green Sardini. And he's a chimp that makes lava lamps.
But how he attacks is he just fucking chokes you.
No, like, what he does is he creates a lava lamp, and then you're like, oh, you're lame. And then he breaks it over your head and chokes you.
I can see that.
Okay, let's try another one. We'll flip-flop it.
Okay.
So I'll think of the animal.
Bonic.
The wombat.
The wombat?
Yeah.
The fuck is a wombat?
A wombat? It's like a fucking,
But back to E3 again. I originally thought Ridley was going to be way too fucking big, and I didn't want him in there. I said if you wanted to add another character, add one of the guys from Metroid Prime Hunters. But they added Ridley, and they shrunk him down, and they did it right, and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, well, he's so small. Instead of Ridley, it's Ridley. What if he, like, goes up to Samus, and one of his audio clips is, whoa, you're really big.
Yeah, but the thing is like...
oh, God.
The thing is like, Smash is not supposed to be necessarily canon. It's just a fun game. So if you want to shrink down Ridley, I don't mind.
Yeah, I might as well fucking shrink down Mario. He's toad sized. Why don't you shrink? Why don't you make Olimar the biggest character in the game?
Olimar is literally supposed to be like a centimeter tall.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
he's literally supposed to be like.
He's like the size of like a fucking
fingernail.
A fucking atom.
My name's Adam. Remember that joke from Drake and Josh? It's not funny. It's never funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap you in the tit. Oh, it's better.
Ah! So, oh man, dude, Smash is so good. I think a lot of people are excited for Daisy, and I am too, to be honest.
When I first saw Daisy, I mean, like, I think it's cool now, but I was just like, man. She has a blue Toad, though.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like how when Peach uses her counter and Toad, like, vomits on the enemy, he goes like,
why didn't they just give her, like, Luigi?
Why didn't they give her Waluigi?
Dude, what do you think Waluigi's ass looks like? It's, like, literally, like, the size of Mario's pinky finger. No, like proportionally, that's true. Like, Mario's pinky
I imagine it looks like one of those, cheesy bites from, Papa John, or, Pizza Hut, like when they have like the crust that's just a bunch of cheese bites. I imagine it looks like one of those. Same like when you pop it up and instead of cheese it's just poop.
it's just poopy.
It's just poop. It's
just fucking poopy.
It is just poop. I feel like that's what they were saying when they
Dude, poopy's funny, isn't it?
Yes, but no, hold on.
Poopy.
Can you stop? Fucking Christ. I feel like I'm talking to a 5-year-old, you fucking bitch. No, but I was like saying, I feel like that's what they were saying when they considered Waluigi for Smash. Like, should we add him? Sakurai, he is just poop.
Do you think that, like, Sakurai is, like... I feel like Sakurai's secretly this, like, edgy 14-year-old kid.
What?
Like I can see him, like, sitting in his room and getting mad that people, like, don't like his Smash games, and I can see him, like, throwing temper tantrums.
I'd be mad, too, if Mung Dahl wasn't in Smash.
That's true. That's true.
Like... Why isn't he? Like, honest question, why is Mung Dahl not in Smash Brothers?
He's a good chef. Good chefs don't fight. Don't you remember?
Mario's a chef, man!
Fuck.
He makes SpaghettiOs.
He makes SpaghettiOs. Buy one for $1.99. Buy one for $1.99 right now.
Mario, stop it.
You ever wanted to fuck Bulma from Dragon Ball? Honest question.
Dude, Bulma's hot.
I know! Her shorts are so short you can practically see everything. Everything.
Dude, her eyes are so round.
Literally, she's asking for it. They look like testicles.
Dude, shit.
Who's your favorite Pokemon, Olix?
We already talked about this.
I want to know now. I know we already talked about this, but I want you to say it again.
Mankey.
Damn, that's a good one.
Mankey's good. So is Jolteon.
Okay, who would win in a fight, Mankey or Jolteon?
Jolteon.
Dude, Mankey has fists. Jolteon has AIDS. Jolteon has hepatitis C.
Shit. Jolteon has severe brain cancer. He's horribly dying. He has like 3 weeks to live.
Jolteon has cerebral palsy. I like to imagine Mankey beating the shit out of a dog that has like hepatitis. I don't know why that's really funny to me.
I kind of like the idea of it being like not that severe. Like Jolteon has hemorrhoids.
You're like
Ash is like, yeah, I put the Thunderstone in Eevee's butt. Now Jolteon has hemorrhoids.
It's like, Ash, you retarded.
He's like, that's what Brock said to do.
I wonder if you could see him when like Jolteon's facing the other way. What if like a Pokemon like a Nidoking like accidentally pokes his butt and the hemorrhoids pop all over Nidoking? And they just fucking Jolteon's fucking hemorrhoids pop and Nidoking's like, ugh! And like faint. He's like, I beat the gym, give me the bad bitch!
I'm gonna fucking puke.
Speaking of that, fucking Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee's got announced, and they've been talking about that a lot.
It looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not like hyped, but it looks fun.
I like that it's in Kanto, and I like that it's sort of like an adventure now, but I don't like that you can't battle Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a letdown, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, I think it's weird that it's Pokemon Go and Pokemon... Like, it's like like a console game kind of like centered around Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
It's a little like when it first got announced, I was like, this is gonna be awesome. It's not like I don't think it's gonna be good. Like, I think it's gonna be great. I find myself getting less and less excited for it, but I think it'll still be good.
I'm gonna be a little sad whenever I can't battle Pokemon, but you can battle trainers, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's good too. I mean, you get EXP from catching Pokemon, but you're gonna have to waste so many Pokeballs just like catching Pokemon to get EXP if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
But I don't mind sitting here and I don't mean to sit here and complain. It's like I think it'll be fun.
No, yeah, I mean, what I really don't like is the fact that it's so easy to get Mew just by buying the Pokemon.
Yeah, you just have to pay. Like, he's just behind a fucking paywall.
I like the idea that Mew is like this pretty much unattainable,
like this elusive thing that
no one has.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of doesn't even exist.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you only see him, but you can never catch it. Like, I like that, and I like the fact that the only way to get a Mew is to go to an official Nintendo tournament and win it, and be like, there's only 10 that exist in the world. You know what I mean? That's cool, but people kind of figured out the Mew glitch in Yellow, and it just kind of ruined it. So I guess,
and it just makes it devalues Mew. I'm like, oh great, this little pink thing, cool. I don't. At E3 for Nintendo, aside from Smash and Mario Party and Pokemon, I didn't think there was much. They announced that new Fire Emblem, which I was kind of like, okay, this is neat, but it didn't really get much more from me. And they announced an expansion for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that I keep forgetting about, and I've actually been really into that game recently.
I never really I never liked Fire Emblem or Xenoblade, really.
They're kind of different.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like them that much. I'm not a huge fan of JRPGs. I like them if they stand out.
Yeah, dude, I recently just traded in my Vita to GameStop. I got a good amount of money for it too, because literally all it is JRPGs anymore.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
It kind of sucks. I remember when the 3DS and the Vita came out, everyone's like, the Vita's more powerful than the 3DS, it's gonna kick its ass. But here we are. The 3DS was so fucking good, and the Vita just flopped.
Yeah, more power doesn't mean more fun games.
I feel like that's Nintendo in general, but they're getting there. I think Mario Tennis came out today.
I've never played a Mario Tennis game. I've never been that interested.
I've played a few. My buddy Kevin's really into Mario Tennis. He just bought the new one, so I'm gonna go.
Really?
Yeah, he wants me to play it with him, so I'll see if it's good. Apparently, it's good. It's better than the Wii U one, which is apparently really shitty.
Really?
Yeah, the Wii U one got 3s and 4s out of 10. It was pretty bad and lackluster.
I wonder why.
Because it was shit.
I mean, how can you make tennis that fun? That's the thing.
They just didn't have a lot in the game, I think.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't the mechanics were kind of wonky and everything. But,
I don't know. I don't see the point in making that many Mario sports games, because they're all kind of the same when you get down to it. Besides Mario Kart.
That's what I was just about to say.
Mario Kart's different. I get that it's racing, but it's you can add so much fun stuff to that. It's more of a party game than a sports game, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I was disappointed about?
What were you disappointed about? It looks better.
The only thing that kind of disappointed me is no more follow-up on Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, and I kind of agree, but also they had Nintendo. My thing is that, or with Nintendo at least, is that if they don't announce something at E3, there are so many directs that they have throughout the year that it'll probably just be talked about in one of those.
Well, the thing is they missed out on a huge opportunity. If they want to push it back because it's not ready, I'd be fine with that. Just at least bring it up. People were expecting it. You could have just been here's the name of the game. That's all they could have done, Just, they could have announced something, because if you look it up, it says that it's coming out in December of this year.
Yeah, is that what retailers are saying because they're opening for pre-orders, right?
Yeah. But the thing is like, if it's coming out in a few months, you think that they would have... It's almost done, right?
Yeah.
So...
What were you saying?
Well, it's like, it's close to being done. It's like halfway through.
I thought at last year's E3 when they mentioned it, they said, like, now in development.
Yeah, they did. I've always been the biggest Metroid fan.
I know. I know. Goodness. We could go on forever about you being a Metroid fan, but...
I know, Metroid's like my favorite game. Dude, Metroid's so badass. I'm sorry.
Metroid's cool. I remember really hesitating to play some of the Metroid games when I first met you, but
Well, you never even really played that many.
No, not when I was growing up, but
now?
Yeah, even now, but I've played a lot more than I had before.
What have you played?
I've played the first Metroid. I haven't beaten it. I've played...
Like, the first NES one?
Yeah. I've played a good amount
I
of
would
that.
play Zero Mission over that.
I have played Zero Mission. I've played,
That's the remake.
Yeah, I know. I've played 2, but I've played more of, the 3DS one than the original 2, just because I like it better.
So you've played Samus Returns instead of The Return of Samus.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. I played a little bit of Super Metroid, and I've played Prime 1. I have Prime 2, but I haven't played it yet because I haven't beaten Prime 1. I've played Other M, and
Oof.
I think that's it.
I know, like, I'm like a huge... That's like one of the things I'm the huge nerd for. I know, like, all the lore to that game. I know so much about it. I'm so hyped for it. It's just... It's, like, so good to me. Every time I think about it, I'm just, yes! That's how people feel about Legend of Zelda, but I'm like that for Metroid.
You know, when I was growing up, I always felt lame because my favorite video game series growing up was Super Mario, and I'm like, wow, I'm just like every other fucking American kid.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like that's like so many people. It's just like, oh, I love Super Mario, but...
That's nobody's favorite, though. People just like Mario. They're like, yeah, Mario's fun.
I just always really liked Mario. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's appealing, it's cartoony, it's fun.
I liked it, and I also like the original manuals and stuff, like from the NES one, how it's, like, everything's laid out. You know, where it's like, where, like, the original description for Bowser, or Princess Toadstool, or talks about the toads being, like, in the bricks, and how Mario's basically killing them every time he hits the bricks. Like, I think that kind of stuff's funny.
You know what I miss?
What?
Mystery in games.
Elaborate.
Because when I was little, I didn't know how to use the internet. I mean, the internet was out when we were little. I can't be like, oh, I'm from the 80s, blah, blah, blah. But, like,
Yeah.
when I was little and I got stuck in a video game, I had to figure it out, and I had to go through the joy and frustration of sitting there and figuring it out.
Love-hate relationship of figuring out video games.
Yeah, or even finding something on your own. Finding an Easter egg or something.
Yeah.
That's cool, but now that I'm older, I can literally just look up everything about the game, like, the day after it comes out.
Yeah.
Like, somebody will play through it, like, in 2 seconds.
You know, I don't like that either. That it's, like, everywhere. You know?
It kind of makes me sad that I didn't... That's how most of my games are.
Yeah. I used to be one of those kids who would, like, look up walkthroughs and stuff for, like, games I didn't know how to get through, but now I try to, like, never do that because it just sucks. Because you're just, like... You don't feel fulfilled. It's like, okay... It just sucks.
I don't know why that reminded me of this. So I went to GameSwap a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I asked the guy if this Samus sticker was for sale. Because I thought it looked cool. It was like a big, like, life-size Samus sticker.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
I know. And he was like, no. And then he's like, so you like Metroid? And I was like, yeah. And I was excited. I was like, oh, cool, we're going to have a Metroid talk. No. He talks to me non-stop. He doesn't pause in his sentences, so I can't talk at all. And he just keeps going and going and going and going. And my girlfriend's there. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't know what the hell we're talking about. So she's just sitting there bored. I'm not kidding when I say this guy spitfires at me about all this video game facts for, like, literally an hour and a half. He doesn't let me leave. Like, I'm backing out of the store and he just keeps talking. And I have to stand there and listen. And he won't even stop to let me say, oh, sorry, I have to go, because he just keeps talking. And he started out on Metroid.
Yeah.
And he said something that made me feel strange.
What'd he say?
He said, I hate open world games. I hate exploring. I just want a linear game that I can play and get it over with and just go straight to the end. And I'm like,
what the fuck? That takes literally all the fun out of a video game.
I'm like, dude, the point of a video game is to get lost in it, have fun, explore, find things on your own. Like, I don't understand why he would think that.
That's like saying, I don't want to go see a movie, I just want it to be over, I just want to get to the end. It's like, why would you...
Yeah.
Like, that's so fucking stupid.
Because he started complaining about Other M, and I understand complaining about Other M. It was alright. He kept saying, yeah, Other M ruined the series for me, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I hate his story, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't like the direction of the story that they took. And I'm like, I don't mind... Well, this is the only time I have to talk, really. I said, I don't mind Samus talking in a story. I mean, because there is story in Metroid. You just have to look for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care if they throw a story into you and have Samus talk. They just need to do it right. And he's like, nope. No talking, no story. I just want to get to the end of the game. And I just kept thinking, like, is there seriously people like that?
What a fucking loser. Like, what an actual fucking loser.
I mean, I love games where there's no story and you just hop in and just play it for the gameplay, just explode things, fun little simple games, right? But, some games are meant to have story, like, you're supposed to get lost in the world.
Okay, dude, that reminded me. One time... this was 5-6 months ago. Me and two of my friends went to the mall just for the hell of it, and we jokingly went into a Hot Topic because we're Hot Topic, and we went in, saw what they had. There was this worker. She looked like, okay, you know how when you make a snowman, you have the big bottom, the middle, and then the head, right? She looked like just the bottom and the head.
Did she have crooked eyes?
No, she had really blue hair. Her head was literally a circle. She had really big old glasses. She sounded like an anime character. She's like, "Hi guys, how's it going?" Ha!
And she was missing her lower jaw,
basically. But I will not kid you. Okay, so I was talking to her, being nice, because I was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Nobody was in there. She kept us there for, I timed it, 57 minutes, showing us, doing samples of what she claimed to be voice impressions.
Are you serious?
She was saying how she wants to do a career in voice acting.
Oh my! Wait.
And she was doing. Hold on, wait, hold that thought. She was doing voices. She was talking lightning speed. She tells us about this character, and then she took the character, and then she'd do a voice, and it was so bad. Everyone was so fucking bad. They all sounded the fucking same. I'm sorry I sound so angry, but it's just, it was so annoying. She's like, oh my god, and, she didn't do, a Mario voice, but she's like, oh, Super Mario, you'd be like, let's go, and then, Link, and there's, it was shit like that, and she just kept going. I didn't even know who these fucking characters were. She was listing off, all these, Japanese names from, certain fucking anime that I don't watch. And I couldn't sit there and be like, shut the fuck up. Literally, as soon as we left, I'm just like, what was that? It was I am never going in that Hot Topic ever again.
Just hearing that made me cringe, dude.
It was horrible.
Oh my...
It was so aggravating. Literally leaving that, I was pissed off.
The fact that she made you sit there for 50 minutes.
The fact that she thought her impressions were good, but they were all the same.
It's not even that. The part that makes me cringe is the fact that she even did impressions for you.
And she just kept going, because to my thought, we kept going, oh, that's cool. But you could tell we were getting fed up. By the end of it, we were like, oh, that's really cool. Or, excuse me. When we started, we were like, oh, that's really cool. But by the end of it, we're just like, uh-huh. Yep. How can you not tell that someone's getting bored with you?
Oh, yeah, I was walking out of the store with my guy. I was there for an hour and a half.
I hate people that do that. I hate people that don't get the message that you're like, dude, I don't fucking care.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
I don't... man, I haven't thought about that in months. That really pissed me off.
Jesus. Can you remember the worst service you've ever had at a place? Has there ever been a worker that was just horrible?
I've had bad service at places, but I can't remember anyone that stuck out to me aside from that. It's just really horrible. She wasn't horrible service, she was just annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
But I can't recall, actually.
So I was at Mellow Mushroom with my girlfriend.
Okay.
And this girl, she looks fucking disgusting, dude.
Fucking disgusting.
Like, disgusting.
Wow.
Like,
Disgusting!
so she was like, she looked like she would listen to Blink 182. And
Oh God.
and she came up and she was like, I was like, I'll have this hoagie. And she's like, oh, dude, that's awesome. Dude, that is awesome. You're getting that hoagie? That's awesome.
Hey, can you just shut the fuck up and give me my food, you goddamn witch?
And then my girlfriend was like, oh, yeah, I'll have the bruschetta. And she was like, dude, you're getting the bruschetta. The bruschetta is awesome. And she kept saying
Oh my God.
She kept saying that for some reason. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, she comes out and brings us our food. And she's like, here you go. One hoagie and one bruschetta. We're like, okay, thanks. She goes, you know, you guys better eat that quick. And we were like, and she just left. And me and my girlfriend looked at each other like, what does that mean? Like, what the fuck?
She just walks up to you with a gun.
Yeah, this is what it felt like. It felt like a fucking threat. I was like, shit. I was like, we better eat this fast then.
Better eat that hoagie quick, or else you're gonna regret ever ordering.
And like, yeah, that's what it felt like. So we ate it.
So we ate it.
No, listen.
Okay.
And then I hand her my credit card to pay for it, and she leaves, and she comes back, and she, you know that little like leather thing that they give you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she comes back, and my receipt's in there, but my credit card's not in there.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay. So I like sign it, and then she comes back, and I just kind of like look at her, and she's like, okay, thanks, and takes it and like walks away. And I'm sitting there like, I don't have my credit card right now. And then I'm like, I'm gonna wait till I see her again and ask her. So like, I wait like 5 minutes, and all of a sudden she comes back. Oh, sorry, your credit card fell on the ground, and left.
It fell on the ground.
I think that she was trying to steal my credit card information, but I checked my credit card thing, and there wasn't any like balance. To this day, there's still no like.
Nothing got taken out.
Nothing got taken out.
What? She just said it fell on the ground and just left. Are you fucking kidding? How'd you get it?
She handed it to me. She said she saw. She said that she saw it.
Oh, I thought you meant like she was just like didn't have it. She's like, oh, it fell on the ground, haha, and then like left like you to go find it.
No, she gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
That would have, dude. If she did that, I could like sue her or something.
Really? Right, yeah. What the fuck?
Dude, that is awesome. Dude, that hoagie,
Awesome. That bruschetta,
dude.
Awesome.
Awesome, dude.
God, I'd kill myself. I'd just be like, shut the fuck up and give me my food, you goddamn sleaze.
She had a big Jewish nose too.
Oh man, with the dent in it and everything. I'll be back, Lux. I have to poop really bad.
Okay, all right. So you guys want to hear some shit about Jack? So he doesn't wipe his ass good enough, and he kind of leaves some skid marks. And one day, back in school, you know, he was in the locker room, and some guy started picking on him and said, "Show us your skid marks, show us your skid marks." And like, I heard this, and they pulled down his pants, saw his skid marks, and said, "Ha!" And then they pulled down their pants and like shoved his head at like his face in their ass. And you know, big brave me, you know, couldn't handle this, so like, you know, I stood up for him, you know, being a big hero that I am, haha, you know, with my big, you know, muscles and shit. And I looked him straight in the eye and I said, "Do not shove your face," or shit. I said, "Do not shove his face in your ass. Alright? I'll give you skid marks." And, you know, because I'm cool as fuck, they kind of ran away. And, you know, I didn't want to say this, but I thought you guys should really know about Jack's backstory. Like, he grew up with skid marks all his life. Because he just doesn't know how to wipe his ass. I mean, sometimes it's even, like, chunks of shit on there. Like, it's kind of gross. Like, I'm trying to get him help or something, but, like, he just... It's just a horrible time, you know? I'm just trying to get him some help. Take it into, like, wiping classes or some shit. But, like, you know, because, like, I'm a cool hero, you know, like, I'm just trying to help out my friend, you know, I mean, like, because I get all the girls and shit, and, like, it's kind of hard for him to get girls when you smell like fucking corn shit, you know what I mean? So, like, he also has kind of a gonzo nose penis. So, like, I try to, like, straighten it out sometimes. I mean, I'm not gay, you know, like, no homo, right? I mean, I'm not gay, but... And it just won't go. It just stays like gonzo nose. And I don't know why. It's like the exact same color and texture as the puppet too, which is like the weirdest part. So like, I'm trying to like straighten it out. I keep banging it with the hammer. I keep like karate chopping that shit. And it just won't go back to normal. You know? And it's really hard to straighten it when there's the skid marks. Because you just smell that shit. It's really sad. It's just a lot of work to take. Hey!
When I was going to the bathroom, I was wiping so hard that the toilet started vibrating.
Jack.
What?
You were wiping?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, man. So, I told you about Buffalo Wild Wings Twitter getting hacked, right?
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, why don't you pull up some of their tweets? Because, so if you guys don't know, like a few weeks back, somebody hacked into Buffalo Wild Wings Twitter.
It's so funny.
They just like started tweeting under their account, and it took a little bit before they caught on. And like some people took some screenshots. Like, what are some you can read right now?
Okay, trigger warning for all of you social justice warriors, but these have some naughty words in them. Okay,
Alright, go to...
Reminder that Wendy's touches kids. Stupid nonsense. Our secret recipe is Tommy's cum. That makes our wings taste so good. Fuck I hate them.
Jesus Christ.
Reminder that Madeline McCann has been missing for 9 years. Fuck.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's pretty bad.
PSA, we were just reading the tweets. We don't think any of this. for those of you out there. Okay, anyways.
I wish that those were real.
I just like the idea of, like, somebody looking at Buffalo Wild Wings Twitter and going, like, oh. Like, thinking, like, did they just tweet this?
Yeah. Man. Could you imagine if, like, one day all of, like, fast food companies just started flaming the other ones?
That'd be funny.
Just like Ronald McDonald's fucking rapes kids, and the other one's like, Wendy's is a fucking whore, and it just keeps going like that. That'd be awesome.
Speaking of Ronald McDonald, my coworker today told me that a Ronald McDonald is slang for when you eat your girlfriend out on her period.
Dude, apparently it tastes pretty good. It tastes like Taco Bell.
Is that how they get their Diablo sauce?
Something happens and I'm head over heels.
Fucking, don't even get me, dude. I love Tears for Fears. They're so fucking good. That is such a good song. I will go out on a limb and say Tears for Fears is probably my favorite band, next to Queen and the Beatles. Yes,
I like the Beatles.
The Beatles are really good. Ever since I took that class I told you about, I really like them like a lot more.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's really cool that one of the classes in your college was literally just about the Beatles.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. The same guy does a class on Woodstock.
You know what makes me really sad?
What?
There's, like, people nowadays that don't know who they are. I mean, I understand that bands die off, but, like, the Beatles are iconic.
They are. Do you remember a few years back, Paul McCartney and Kanye West did a song together?
What?
Yeah. And I forget what the song's called because I don't think I listened to it. Maybe, like, once. But people were like, people didn't know who Paul McCartney was, and they were making jokes because, like everyone was making jokes because there were so many people saying things like, oh, it's so great that Kanye West is giving this new artist a chance, blah, blah, blah. They're bringing him out in the spotlight. Like, dude, are you kidding me? Do you not know who this is?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that you can't know who he is. It's just surprising that you've never heard of him, at least, you know? Like, you don't have to like him. You don't have to like him at all. It's just surprising that you've never heard of him.
Right. It's kind of shocking.
Yeah. Like, you know what's one thing that really pisses me off?
What?
When someone looks down upon you because you like a certain music genre.
You know what gets on me is people who look down upon you for liking a certain genre of anything.
But like but you get most of that with music. It's like, dude, I can tell you right now, country is probably my least favorite genre of music, and I absolutely hate it. Country's fucking shit, in my opinion. Yeah. But people like it, and I don't want to listen to it, but if someone there likes it, I'm not going to be like, you're fucking shit for liking country. You can like whatever you want. It's just, I'm not going to want to listen to it. But, you know what, people act like if a song is on that they don't like, it's the end of the world. Dude, just suck it up and listen to the song. It's 2 minutes long. If someone really wants to hear a song, just let them listen to it.
Yeah, you know, I feel the exact same way. What about Screamo?
Screamo?
Yeah.
I don't like Screamo either. As much as I don't like Screamo, I like metal.
Metal's good.
I like metal where the people sing, or where I actually prefer metal where there's no voices. But it sounds awesome. But as soon as someone comes in like, whoa! And then they go, why can't I get them? It's just, oh my god. It's just bad to me.
I feel like a lot of, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I have, in my opinion, a lot of metal with vocals is just kind of shitty. Like, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like, if it has vocals that are acceptable, that's fine. But you can't just scream the whole song.
Exactly.
I don't like that.
That is the problem I have with, like, Screamo. Like, metal with vocals is like, okay, sometimes it can be pretty good. Mm-hmm. But if you're just fucking screaming, it's like, that's not music. That's just like, stop.
I mean, I don't care if, people can like that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't care if somebody likes it, but, like, in my opinion, I'm just like, stop, dude.
Yeah. Some people like fast, some people like slow.
Some people like high, some people like low.
Some people like stop, some people like go.
You say yes, I say no.
Could you imagine if Ringo Starr just like shot up a school?
Why would Ringo do that?
Dude, if none of them died out of all the Beatles, who would be the one to kill someone?
John Lennon.
John Lennon?
Yeah.
He looks like he'd fucking kill someone.
Dude, he dated Yoko Ono. He married Yoko Ono. Of course he'd fucking kill someone. He's crazy enough to do that.
Okay, please tell me you've heard Yoko's music. I know that that's old news by
You mean... Dude, Yoko Ono's... She's so bad.
Like, it's supposed to be artistic.
She's a good contemporary artist. I'll give her that. But, like, most people don't know her for that. Most people know her for being, like, the shitty wife to one of the Beatles.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, she's kind of one of the reasons why the Beatles broke up in the first place.
Yeah, Yoko sucks.
Dude, wait, did they have kids?
Yeah,
Is he Asian?
Yeah, his name's Sean Lennon. He literally looks like an Asian John Lennon.
I am the Eggman. Woo! I am the Walrus. Woo!
You skipped a line.
It's gonna be that sound where, like from Pokemon, where it goes.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Isn't it kind of funny that he died? Do you know the reason he got shot? John Lennon got shot because his killer wanted to impress another actress or something.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he literally shot him, so he would get noticed by her and they could date or something.
What actress?
I forget. I just know it's some girl.
Dude, I think it's funny. Because, like, I heard this quote from something. It was like, you know, Mark Chapman was just listening to Come Together, and John kept saying, shoot me. He's like, you know what, John? I fucking will. Goddamn. And he fucking shot him. George Harrison probably had the most successful, like, single career after the Beatles. So did Ringo. Ringo was pretty successful afterwards, too.
Have you ever seen his MS Paint drawings?
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. My girlfriend showed me those, and I didn't know they existed. I'm just like... Like, I like to... She was like, the other day, she's like, I like to imagine Ringo just sitting in a dark room, like, in his living room, with the light from the computer screen being the only light in the room, and him just drawing MS Paint, like, these shitty MS Paint drawings, like, yeah, this is good.
Honestly, I kind of like it.
I do, too. They're just so... I think they're weird.
They're
like,
so
cool.
poorly drawn that they're actually kind of cool to look at.
Right.
Like, it's fun. That's the reason I like Ratboy Genius.
I don't think I've really adapted to any new artist. I think I've just been going deeper and deeper into old stuff.
I feel like that's what everyone's been doing lately.
I feel like we haven't had a really Everybody Wants to Rule the World or Bohemian Rhapsody in a long ass time.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to get me into Tame Impala, and I'm just like,
I don't know who that is.
it's some band, and I'm like, I have a lot of friends that try to get me into them, and I think they're cool. They have really trippy music videos too, which is interesting, but I'm like, okay, they're cool.
That's something I miss, is cool music videos.
Speaking of Asians,
I like Chinese food.
I really like Chinese food. I really don't like Japanese food.
Japanese food, Chinese food, just seafood.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good.
I don't
Have you ever had squid? It's delicious.
In certain forms.
Dude, squid's so fucking good.
Dude, you know what's not... Okay, you know what I really don't like that people always give me shit for is sushi. I hate sushi.
Oh, sushi is so good.
I hate it.
so delicious.
I ate it once and threw up, and I'm like, okay, I need to try it again. The other day, I went to like a Chinese place. Tried it again.
Where did you get it from?
I went to like Sushi Monk.
It's alright. Sushi Monk's alright.
And I went, and I was like, I just couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't do it.
Did you even put it in your mouth?
Yeah, I ate like 2-3 pieces.
You don't like it?
No. It's just not my thing. It is just not my thing.
Man, I love sushi, and I want to get it again.
Seafood, for me, it's hit or miss with seafood. Like,
oh, yeah.
Crab legs, lobster, shrimp, calamari, shit like that. That's really good. Like, raw shit, like sushi and all that, I can't do it.
Okay, here's how I feel about seafood. I love fucking crusty, dirty crustaceans.
What?
They're so delicious. Fucking crabs, lobsters, like you said, all the weird fucking crusty shit is so good.
Okay.
But I hate actual fish. I can eat like fish sticks and like deep fried fish sometimes is pretty good.
Okay.
But I don't like filleted fish. I don't like salmon. I hate salmon. I hate you know what? People are gonna give me shit for this. I hate salmon, but I love canned nasty ass tuna. It's so good.
Oh my god, canned tuna is fucking disgusting.
It's okay. You know what you do?
What?
You mix it with a little bit of mayonnaise. You make it into tuna salad. You make it into tuna salad. You put it on a sandwich with cheese. Oh, that's good.
Ew.
I like disgusting, dirty
No, stop.
tuna. Dirty canned metal flavored tuna.
Fucking stop talking. That's like saying you like sardines.
I've never had a sardine.
Gross.
They might be good.
They're not. Do you know anybody that gets anchovies on pizza?
Yes.
Who?
Our friend Roosevelt.
Really?
But he also eats dog food, so
Oh, yeah. Well,
he legitimately likes dog food. So maybe we'll have him on a podcast.
yeah, he could tell you a lot of stories. He's an interesting kid.
He's a very interesting man. I would love to have him on the podcast. He would be so weird.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Why do we always go back to food in every podcast?
Because we're fat shits.
I'm fucking greasing myself, dude. I'm fucking leaking out the grease.
Leaky. We belong in Mr. Meaty.
Oh my god, I love that show.
It's so good.
Does anyone remember Mr. Meaty?
I do, Alex. I do.
I love Mr. Meaty. Fuck.
I like the episode where Josh becomes really big and he asks like the Wedgelord to give him like a big body, but his head's really tiny. He's like, "You never said anything about your head."
That show was always so good to me, except for one episode that literally like made me have to sleep with the light on for a few days.
Which one?
It was this one where they're trying to make a girlfriend out of like this machine that they got.
Oh,
and they start stealing DNA, and then they put it in, and she comes out with no skin on, and she's like this like meat girl, and it kind of scared me.
That show, like when I was little, like the puppets, I just thought they always looked weird. Like I remember
I liked it. I thought they were cool.
I used to be subscribed to Nick Magazine because that was a thing, and there was like a picture of all the puppets like sitting on a rack, and I was like, ew. I was creeped the fuck out because they all just looked dead. It was so disgusting. And then they had like pictures of like them making the puppets and like getting like the parts and everything. I was like, like I was. It made me lose my appetite. Like, shit like that makes me lose my appetite. Like, I remember one time I had, like, some Doritos, because I had just gone to, like, Subway or something, and I was walking into a Halloween store, like, maybe pick up a mask or something, because it was, like, you know, mid-October. I, like, look at all the Halloween masks, smell the fucking, like, latex and plastic, I'm just like, I had to throw away my Doritos, man. I lost my appetite.
Really?
I hate it.
I love going into a Halloween store.
I like going in. I just don't like it because I just don't like eating because it makes me lose my appetite. I can lose my appetite pretty easily.
Do you remember anything from being a child and like you just like think back on it like why in the fuck was I scared of that? But like as a kid, it scared the hell out of you and it was literally not scary at all. Like I'm not saying something that was like actually kind of scary, like that would scare a lot of kids. I'm saying something that was literally not horror themed at all, but for some reason out of nowhere it scared you as a kid.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of anything right now. I know you have something.
Oh, I have a lot. I was a pussy as a kid.
Here, you go ahead. You talk. You tell them.
I was okay. One show that really creeped me the hell out for some reason. It made me cry, and it wasn't scary at all. I loved the show. It was El Tigre.
El Tigre?
Yeah.
El Tigre creeped you out?
No, it was one episode.
Okay.
There was this episode with a zebra donkey. And it was like a big deal because it was like a mix of a zebra and a donkey. And they kill it by accident, but then they bring it back to life, and it's like a zombie, and it's green, and it keeps falling apart. And for some reason, like that sparked this realization of like death in my head as a kid. I was like really young, and I was like thinking like that thing has to live as a rotting bean. I was like, oh my god, it's rotting and it's alive, and I started like getting really scared. I like started to imagine it in real life, like this rotting zebra, and I was like, and I started crying.
It's pretty funny.
You know what one of my biggest fears was as
What?
a kid? Have you ever seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
No, I haven't.
That is a beautiful movie, and that movie is awesome. It's about aliens. And there's this one part where the aliens go to like India, and they play this tune. So all the Indians start worshipping it like a god, and they all start going, and they start like chanting. And for some reason, it scared me so much. I don't know why this Indian chant like terrified me. It's not scary at all. Like if I listen to it now, I'm like, okay. But oh my god, like that was probably the most scared I've ever been, hearing this weird Indian chant for some reason. And I couldn't sleep for like a month because I just kept hearing it at nighttime in my head. And then like even to this day, I don't actually get scared of it, but that feeling comes back to me of being scared. Just because it's like, I don't know why I was scared.
You know, the ending to the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey scared the fuck out of me.
You know, I haven't seen that movie all the way through. What happened? What scared you?
The ending is basically just a reflection of his life, and it's like it goes through the stages because like it's almost like you see like the little kid, like you see him, and then it's almost like he's looking in on himself as an old man, like dying in his deathbed, and he can like also see like himself as an adult. It's basically just like it's basically him going through the stages of like a metaphor for him going through all the stages of his life in like one instance because time's passing so fast, and it's so fucking weird and creepy. I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah.
2001: A Space Odyssey creeped me out a lot as a kid, especially the computer.
The only thing I know about that movie, because I've only seen like parts, is the big fucking cube floating through space.
Yeah.
That big like solid black cube.
So you know they're making a new Halloween, and the original director is coming back, like the director of the first two movies, so it's basically like disregarding all the movies, like all the Halloween movies except for the first two. It's like a direct sequel to the second one.
Like, why do people have to like mess with timelines all the time? Like,
You want to talk about fucking timelines?
Dragon Ball Z?
Zelda. Yeah.
Well, Zelda...
It's like, Zelda's timeline is solely and mostly based off of Ocarina of Time.
I don't think that game needed a timeline, to be honest. I don't think it did.
I feel like it didn't have a timeline. Didn't we talk about this?
No.
I feel like we did, but anyways. I feel like Zelda was a game that didn't have a timeline, but people wanted one. So Shigeru Miyamoto and whoever else was on Zelda was just like, alright, here, shut up, and made Hyrule Historia.
It doesn't even take place on the same maps. If it take place on the same map, I would understand, but it's different lands.
There's like the same places in each game. There's like similar locations, so that's like, there's things like that cause people to ask, like, oh, this place has Kakariko Village too. Oh, this place has fucking Death Valley 2. Oh, this place has Zora's Domain. Oh, this has fucking this and that. It's like...
It's just the same reason why Bowser's in every Mario game. Because if you got rid of it, people would be mad that there's no this in that game. Zelda's one of those games that I don't take the timeline legit. I just play the game. I feel like the only games that are made by Nintendo that need timelines is like story-driven ones, like Star Fox, Metroid.
The most story...
They don't really have many story-driven games, do they?
No, the most story you ever get from Zelda is like, for instance, in Ocarina of Time, when he's like... When the Deku-Tree's telling him, like, oh yeah, Link, there was an ongoing war and your mother brought you to the Kokiri Forest to protect you and we raised you as a Kokiri even though you're a Highland, blah, 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 blah. It's a story,
but it's a story for each game. It doesn't link the other games together.
Yeah, each game is its own story.
Get it? It doesn't link the other games together?
Shut the fuck up. I hope you die of cancer. I hope you get hemorrhoids just like Jolteon. Is Xenoblade story-driven to an extent?
Is Xenoblade even Nintendo?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. I'd say roughly half and half. Maybe like there's like 60% more non-story games than story games in Nintendo's case.
Yeah. Speaking of Nintendo, you want to get some Taco Bell?
You bet your fucking ass I do.
Alright.
But not before playing as Daisy in the all-new Soup or Smash Brothers.
Fuck.
Oh!